Hi there, my name's Jeanetta.
And I'm Anna.
And today we're presenting MAiD in Canada. As many of you know, MAiD stands for Medical Assistance in Dying.
We will start with an empathy exercise through the use of perceptual ambiguity. What we want you to take a look is at these two pictures and tell us, do you see an old woman or do you see a young woman? Or do you see a beaver or an eagle? There are so many different ways to see this picture. Is there a correct way? And what do you feel towards those who see the picture the same way you do versus those who see the picture in a different way? Do you feel that it's changed your perception at all? Was there ever a time in your life when you saw something one way and someone else saw it differently? And did it change the way you felt about them? About the person who saw the situation differently than you? The objective of this exercise is to make us all aware of the fact that every person has his or her own point of view, and to realize that your own perspective is not necessarily universal. There are three forms of oppression that we've identified for those individuals seeking MAiD. First being marginalization. Those who are seeking MAiD are excluded because it's taking their basic human right of having a good death on their terms. Powerlessness refers to a lack of decision-making power, unable to make a decision for themselves as to when to end their own life. And the third is cultural imperialism, where the dominant group controls how society interprets and communicates with one another. In our case, the Christian belief system controls how one's end of life should be dealt with. And in the spirit of encouraging the client to say their own words and find their own voice, we will let the people oppressed by MAiD legislation speak for themselves.
We'll start with Sue Rodriguez.
It is illegal for someone to assist me to do something that is legal. It's a paradox I will never understand, but more to the point, it is a paradox which forces me to suffer greatly, both mentally and physically.
Next, Dr. Donald Lowe.
It's quite easy to do, actually. In countries where it's not legal, it's pretty well impossible. In Canada, it's illegal, and it'll be a long time before we mature to a level where we accept dying with dignity. There's a lot of opposition to it. A lot of clinicians have opposition to dying with dignity. I wish they could live in my body for 24 hours, and I think they would change that opinion. I'm just frustrated not being able to have control of my own life, not being able to make the decision for myself when enough is enough. We've come far enough. It's time to bring it to an end. And I really envy countries like Switzerland and the Netherlands and the United States where this is possible.
When it comes to working with people as it relates to MAiD, empowerment principles could relate to working with clients on a one-to-one basis, with families, groups, communities, and at a policy and political level. So how do we work towards empowerment? The World Health Organization defines patient empowerment as the process through which people gain greater control over decisions and actions affecting their health. But how is this done? As social workers, we need to engage the strength of the client that we work with. By looking to Dennis Salibi and Judith Lee for ideas, we have developed a recommended approach for working with clients seeking MAiD, with the end goal of assisting people to empower themselves. Central to this approach is for the social worker to have a well-developed sense of empathy for this population. Empathy is about aiming to understand another person's feelings and perspectives, and to use that understanding to guide our actions. Empathy is not static, nor does it reach maturity at a certain point in our lives. Rather, We can nurture its growth throughout our lives, and we can use it as a radical force for social transformation. Within the approach that we recommend, social workers should hear the voice of the clients and take their wishes seriously. We can assist by encouraging the client to say their own word and find their own voice, and accepting the client's definition of reality. We need to foster a genuine belief that the client knows what is right for them. This can be accomplished by relationship building, by being attuned to the client's realities, and conveying understanding of the client's experiences. This includes their history, their culture, their gender, and their place in society. We need to represent the client's views, narratives, and perspectives wherever possible. Clients and workers can teach each other what they know about the presenting issue and about the oppression faced. It is important for both parties to maintain a holistic view of the situation. People who share common ground need each other to attain empowerment. As has been demonstrated throughout the course of the fight for MAiD and continued changes in the legislation, there is power in collectivity. We can work to collaborate with clients on strategies to support action and build community. We can invite clients to participate in their own care. And finally, we can maintain a social change focus by challenging the views of clients, families, and communities if these views demean or diminish the client's humanity. As social workers, we need to work towards structural change, transformation, and justice. Hope of changing the oppressive systems must be offered through the social worker's skills, which lend a vision of how these systems might be changed, and by beginning to enlist the client's energy in this way of thinking. We encourage you guys to take a look at some of the questions that we've added to the discussion board to go along with our presentation that might encourage some more critical thinking and further the discussion about MAiD in Canada. Thanks so much.